At various points, Steve Bannon has been more or less in the orbit of Donald Trump, sometimes very close advisor, sometimes more on the outs. He seems to be moving a little bit, maybe more in his direction right now. But along the way, he also appears to have picked up some Donald Trumpian characteristics. And one very notable one is refusing to pay people for the work they do for you. According to sources, Bannon owes significant sums of money to his attorneys, M. Evan Corcoran of Baltimore, Robert Costello of New York City. They, along with David Schoen of Montgomery, Alabama, spent months battling the DOJ back in 2021 and 2022, represented Steve Bannon at a trial in Washington, D.C. last summer, when he was eventually convicted of contempt of Congress, and seemed to have worked their butts off to make sure that that didn't happen. But despite that, he is not paying them for the work they did. And apparently, according to people who know him, they're very surprised by that, because he is someone who is known to have a lot of money, as we'll get into. At one point late last summer, he apparently owed the lawyer Robert Costello alone more than $100,000. He apparently still owes Costello what's being described as a ton of money. And so remember, this is a guy who he's been involved with finance. He gets money off of Seinfeld, which bothers me to this day. This is a guy who has access to money. $100,000 is something he definitely could afford to hand over. And this isn't just like some guy that he briefly worked with or whatever. These are lawyers that he has a history going back that have represented him in multiple different concerns, that have opened themselves up to potential investigations as well. And by the way, he has ongoing legal concerns that they're still gonna have to be adjudicated when it comes to him fleecing MAGA people for their fake scheme to build the border wall or whatever. There are a lot of different reasons that he would seem to be a guy who'd want to stay on the good side of his lawyers, and yet he's apparently not paying them, Francesca.
Yeah, and you gotta wonder, like, I feel like the Trumpian years are a lesson in keeping your lawyers happy. I mean, look, Rudy Giuliani is on some next level, like you can pay me, and again, Kirkland handles of whiskey, so that's over here. And like not even like a full bottle, just like a half drunk, he'll take it. But the rest of them, like look at Michael Cohen flipping, right? The another lawyer, God, there's so many lawyers, but his name is like they are all going to bat for Donald Trump. They're being hauled out in front of Congress and hauled out in front of, like, they're being implicated in investigations. Same thing's gonna happen to Steve Bannon, right? So where's the lawyer gonna be at? You better keep him close. But again, man, white male privilege, right? White rich male privilege. You know, you just write a bunch of IOUs on like Brooks Brothers neckties and that whatever.
Depending on the tie, if it's one of Trump's ties, you could probably fit a lot of text on there.
Exactly.
Anyway,
my signature will be worth a lot in the future. You can sell it on eBay.
The lawyers have declined to comment. You know, maybe they don't want to give him even more reason to not pay them. They're probably hoping to get that money eventually. That would be nice. Bannon has refused to say anything. The only person who could be reached for comment is Hunter Biden, who is threatening to sue both Steve Bannon as well as a Chinese exile who has been financially backing Steve Bannon. He's apparently looking into suing both of them. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.